Hi, this is Greg from Tropical Coast Web Design and welcome to our online tutorials for WordPress. In this video I'm going to teach you how to use the various blocks that are available in the WordPress page editor. Last tutorial we checked out the paragraph and image blocks, and this one we're going to learn how to use the columns, headings, lists, file and button blocks. And here we go. We're going to go into our pages setup of our dashboard and we're going to open up the tutorial page that we made last time. Here it is here. Mary had a little lamb. That was our paragraph block. That was our image block. What we're going to do now is we're going to add a new block down here using the columns block setting. Once again, to add blocks, just look for these plus buttons and I'm going to type in columns. There's the column setting. There's your preview there on the right hand side. Click on it. You might need to just get our little lamb out of there. I'm just going to delete him for the time being. This is an interesting way to remove them. You simply go up to their options bar and go remove block, and it's gone. Here's the various options you can have. Now underneath are the percentages that it gives you. I want 3 columns, so here it is here. Click on that and you'll see the 3 columns that I'm given. I'm going to add an image into each of those columns. And as you can see, they've all got a plus button. Once again, plus means add block. Let's go to image, and I'm going to upload some images from my hard drive. There's one. The middle one. Add image again, upload. And the final one. Once again, if these images are too big, you can do the same as we did last tutorial and resize them on the spot. So let's make them down to 50%. I come over here to the block editor. Actually, let's go 25. They're really big images, these ones. Okay, and as you click on the images, you can actually realign them just as you could with any image on a page. You can align them where you want them to go. I'm going to put them all in the center of their individual columns. So that's the column editor. The next thing we want to do is we want to come down here in the page and start a new section. And whenever you start a new section of text, you probably want to put in a subtitle. This is your main title, and this is known as a H1 title. H1 is a very important title because search engines actually look for them. The other titles are numbered H2, H3, H4 and so on. They're not as important as an H1, but search engines still look for them. So I'm going to go down here and go to Add Block, click on Heading, and I'm going to type in a heading. This is a new section. There's a new section, and that's a new heading for it. Underneath, we can put in a list of things for our new section. Now the list is another block that you'll need to know. Add block once again, click on list, and you can start to put a bulleted list together. Now if you don't want a bulleted list, you'd rather have numbers, in the option bar that appears here, just choose numbers and it puts numbers there instead. Okay, we put in our options on our lists. There we are. Fix up that typo just as I would on any other Word document. Now at the end of each of these lines I was just pressing enter. Alright, and it takes you down to a new bulleted list. To get out of the list and start typing normal text again, you will need to go to add block. Just say I want to put in a bit of text, I will choose paragraph and then I can start typing right here. Say for example you want to upload a file to your website. So you might have a newsletter. A newsletter is a good option. We're going to put in a file, and the file types generally, you've got JPEGs, you've got text files. For newsletters, best type is a PDF. Once again, find that add block button. We're going to type in file so it finds the right block setting for us. Remember, you can go up here for your blocks as well. And we're going to upload a PDF file, just as we did with our images. In fact, the exact same way. Might take a little bit longer, and what you end up with is you end up with a description of what the file is, and then you end up with a download button. So if you were accessing this on a website, you'd be able to click on the download button and the PDF would open up inside your web browser. Let's change the title at the beginning here. Let's go download the newsletter for week 6. There we go. Get rid of the rest by just using our delete key. There we go. That is a file now added into your website. Finally, you might want to put in a button. For example, you might want to send people off to Google. Let's use that as an example. So you're going to look for the button block. Add block once again. Search for the button block. There it is, buttons. And we can type straight onto the button here. Might not want a button this long, but there we are. Click here to go to Google. Over here in the options panel, you can change how that button looks. You can turn it to an outline only. You can remove the radius. You can play around with the colors. All sorts of things here to style your button to match the style of your site. You'll need to think about what colors you've got on your site when you're styling your button, or what sort of impact you want it to make. If you want people to see it, for example, it's a call to action button, make it bright red, make it stand out. So that button goes off to the right place, above it in its little options bar is a link button. And you can type in the link that you want it to go to. So for example, if I want it to go off to Google, I type in google.com. The other options you can do is you can send it off to the other pages on your site. If you type in the name of the page within your own site, it will actually find it for you and give you it as an option underneath. I'm just going to go back to Google here. Now I don't want that site to take over my browser. I want it to open in a new tab, so I'm going to click on open a new tab here, and that way my website stays open underneath whatever I send them off to see. Finally, there's a little return button here to submit the change. Click on it, and that now is linked off to Google. Once again, as we did in the previous tutorial, we're going to click on update the website. Let's go and have a look. Here is our original text that we put in last tutorial, our columns block that we put in with our 3 superheroes. This is the heading block. Lists, we did a paragraph block here. Here's our file, and here is our link to Google. Let's go back to the dashboard, going up to our link at the top here. Go back into that site, or that particular page I should say, and you can see all the different blocks we've added there. Obviously I've just added them one after the other. Using the column block you can place things on your site so they're a little bit more attractive to look at, and we'll play with that a little bit more in an upcoming tutorial.